First place we're going to go is over here. I just want you to hit a few shots first. A few shots first, David.
Okay.
Just off the grass, just see. Let's see what it's like to go up and down. I'm using that strike location with the ground as a bit of feedback, so we saw it strike there. So getting a bit of feedback from the ground. It was kind of off the bottom of the club a little bit, so we know that was shallow. So how can we get the swing steeper without moving it back in the stance? And without hitting down, without us thinking about pulling the handle down, what can we do?
Get lower and try and come into the back of the ball more that way.
So imagine this moving the low point over there.
Right.
That left shoulder's moving it. Okay, good. And
Definitely
see
got the down up
yeah,
element.
you did. So see the divot. It's not going to go out there. But see if you can get that. That's your feeling. Or that's the intention, should I say, that you're going to develop an awareness for with the shoulder going down there. Well done. Sharp.
Yep.
Different feel?
Yep. That felt different.
So notice the entry, face ever so slightly open, ever so slightly closed, so it's just releasing at a nice rate, moving down to a low point there after the ball, and associating what you were intending with the movement of the torso, because that's just shifted, because that ball's starting out there to the right and drawing. Oh, brilliant.
Feels like it's lower, like the club coming through the impact is like a lower.
Fantastic. Now see, once you're in that place, how fast we can spring out of it until you finish. Yes, well done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start committing to moving into a certain space and exploring it. So you can appreciate this is just the low point and the path on the way to the low point. So, but that's influenced by this.
Right.
So we don't set up in that direction.
Yeah.
You're going to be moving in the change of direction in your golf swing.
Okay. So
Over there. So this could be for the
100.
Oh no, I'd be going here. This is a path. So remember. So let's just think about if the low point's over here. We're going to be our path's going to be just to the right, just to the right, and we want a face that's slightly closed for a draw. So our intention is to start this maybe on the 250 and draw it in towards that bush.
Okay.
This is nowhere near your target.
Right.
Unless, well, to be honest, unless you're trying to hit a ball that's starting miles right. This path's going to be out to the right,
But the face is going to point.
but the face is going to close, you see, to play a draw. So we don't want to be swinging anywhere near this with the face, or we're probably going to get a small draw. A small draw if we do it right. But if the face is close to this, yeah, we'll get maybe a small draw that's out there, a nice push draw, or we're going to start getting straight shots right.
Okay.
This is really the intention of, I want you to think about the 250, but you move in to this. And then spring in, and notice where the divot is.
So it's much further.
Look at that. With our perception of a low point over there.
That divot's going to the 150.
Yeah. And then the face can be just left of that 150, and that's going to draw it off probably the 200 towards the bush.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your swing direction is, for us, is going to be so much further right, which is this, which is essentially me using the hoop and me saying, right, shift towards the hoop.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same thing. I'm just changing the visual, but we can use the hoop as well in a bit. But I think you're well. You've already done it, to be honest. Let's see what it's like.
The end point's to 250.
Yeah. Because this is hypothetical. You're not actually
Yeah.
getting over there.
No, but it's
it's so much further right than you'd normally perceive. Nice, well done. That was awesome. So you end up swinging, I mean, if you look where your path is,
Yeah.
so you're going this way, following through, body's here, ball's coming out this way, and you've gone this way with your body, and then as you follow through, it's like you're still over here and the ball's doing this, which is kind of what you'd expect, because what you're doing, in fact, if this was tennis and we were playing a top spin, i.e. trying to put some right to left as well on it, this way, down the line, if I was to let go of this racket, it's going to fly off over there.
Yeah.
Look where my body's following through, but then you're watching where the ball's going.
Yeah.
It's just, obviously in tennis, after you've done this, you take a step,
Okay.
probably, but in golf we started from here, but we're still moving into that kind of space to do this. So quite often we can be swinging the golf club in the direction we want the ball to go, and we don't want to be following through or swinging in the direction we want the ball to go and following through facing it.
Yeah.
Not if we want to be swinging that way or that way to bring it back in. And that's the point you mentioned at the beginning. I'd like to be able to draw it in from this way and this way, which means we've got to be moving outside of those club faces.
Yeah.
The path for you to draw the ball, the path has to be outside the face,
Yeah.
which means the intention of how we're moving has to be even further that way.
Okay.
Particularly with driver, I'm setting it up for driver basically. Because if we don't get this with an iron, with a driver, we'll never go to that extreme. Because this is actually outside the normal. You're not really out there. You're probably somewhere. That low point's probably somewhere like this.
Yeah.
It's not even there. It's probably there.
Yeah.
But we're going out there. That's the feeling. So that's the left shoulder. I mean, if you have a low point that's just 2 inches in front of the ball and slightly to the right, you've got a very strong swing direction and path. So this is like very extreme. Which means now we can release later.
Didn't
Yeah.
put any pressure through to try and pop out of it.
No, so the release was all with the arms
Just
then. Yeah. So now we know with the release has got to be later. So we're going to be leaving the club behind and releasing later. Like that.
Yeah.
Different feel, David,
Yeah.
that one.
Yep. It feels like the club's just powering through, and it definitely feels like I'm leaning into the right, like I'm going way over there.
Yeah. It can, and this
The
is
ball
why.
comes out straighter
Yeah.
and with a different.
And this is why when there's trees and out of bounds over there,
Yeah.
this is where you have to reconceptualise how you see this environment, and what you're seeing now are kind of attractors. You're seeing things that are now there this is where I need to go for my draw. This stimulus now is an opportunity, not a threat. So it's like, this is what I feel like I'm shifting out this way and letting my swing go that way to let yourself draw it back. And you can be as late as you want with the release now, because you're moving in a way that's affording you that sequence. Well done. Just a fraction heavy. Couple more. So this is all good, but the levers are going too early. So we're just going to do just one more. But we've been used to going early, that's all. Yeah, that was better.
Definitely let it linger longer at the back. This
Yeah.
too was like, just let it stay up there for a while, and then
You're gonna have all the time in the world compared to what you used to do. See if you can do it a bit. See if you can do it longer. Expand that. What is a time lag essentially? Don't think of like movement lag. It's time lag. Yes. Well done. It's nice. Now we can give ourselves even more opportunity to delay it. Just take your right hand on the club for me and just do a few swings in the air, back and forth. And I want you to feel where the bottom of the arc is, but I want you to use sound. So the swish, when that club snaps at the bottom, when you hear that swish, that's where the bottom of the arc is.
Yep.
Okay, so make a little swish with it on the way through. Good. So that you can feel the bottom of the arc. Now, stay where you are, but make the bottom of the arc over here now, so to make the swish over here. Yes, and notice what you just had to do. You had to jump, and you had to load, and notice where the elbow had to go. Just do that again for me now. Notice where your arm's going. So just keep your grip, just go back again, and before you get the swish, just stop. Look at this, yeah, there, go, 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 go. That's it, swish it back now, and go into it. There, look at this. It's all still flex, just relax that. If you were down here.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, no, just turn
No.
into the ball. There, you were here.
Yeah.
So this could all extend later.
Yeah.
Okay, if you release early, you've used all your range, now you're going to lose the grip because you've used it. Whereas here, look at that, there's still pressure on the grip because I'm flexing. I'm actually getting narrower and narrower and narrower, like throwing the ball and then letting it go.
Yeah.
Then this could extend and you've got grip. Whereas if you've gone and it's released early now, you're going to lose grip because you've hit end range.
Yeah.
With your flexion.
Okay.
Okay. Especially if you're 6 out of 10 as well. Okay, so here we're going to go even later, so we're going to feel the flail. So just keep your grip on the club, right, just right hand. Just hold the club up like this, and all I want you to do is just swing it from side to side. But use the butt end. Now let the butt end travel. I'll do it left-handed so we're going in the same direction. See how far you can let that go before it rotates and all your levers go.
Yeah.
Notice what you have to do with the body to let that go later. Brilliant. Now just tilt forward, just tilt down, but feel that all extend out much later over here. Different feel?
Yeah. Feels like there's more whip if the club head past the ball.
Just take that ball for me. Okay, set up to that ball. Take your set up there, commit to that ball.
Okay.
And I want you to throw the ball. So if this was our low point, we're extending to that low point. I want you to throw the ball so it hits the ground just after it. So anywhere after that, after there. So you're going to throw it into the ground so it bounces off after that low point.
Okay. Just watch yourself there.
Good, and again. We've got to get pretty good, just right hand, stand in this direction,
Yep.
this way, and you're going to be throwing it off over in that direction. Well done. So even later, so it's going to be more,
Yeah.
because this gives you more control.
Right.
As soon as I start to extend early, look where it's starting to go. It's going left. It's
Yeah.
going to go left on the arc. Here, look, I'm still going out.
Yeah.
And then I can let it go. So you can really go later with all, yeah, even later. So you can let your elbow get even closer. Then there you go, look, because that can now extend later.
Yeah.
So it gives you even more control over where you're going. But more control, but letting go. So essentially, you're just delaying the letting go. Yes, and again, more in front now, over here. Yes. Just take your club. Now right hand swings, no ball, just in the air. Good. Now take a divot, just settle to the ball for me. And that's it, take your stance. Now just step back here as if the ball's there. Take your left hand off, so just your right. Now make a divot after the ball. Yeah, so that's the early release with the right side. Don't worry about the divot. It's actually good to keep it there because that's a good visual. So
Okay.
set up back to the ball.
Yep.
So you get your, now shuffle back. Now can you make your divot after that one? Well done. And again, different feel.
It feels like I'm push. I've got to push my. Try it again.
Now instead of pushing, let this do it for you. So you can go this way, look. So I don't have to, if I'm here, I've got to push, right? if I'm here, I can go that way, and as I go up, I can let it all extend out. That's better. Good. So you can let this tilt more. Now, like throwing a ball, just swing up for me. You know, I need you to stand to the ball for reference, so it's the same reference.
Yeah.
So step back now, so you've got the reference because you can hit the ground. Swing up. Now, with your left hand, point to where you're going to go on the ground. Now, move your body in the direction you're pointing first before you swing down. Move down, as in move, point down, that's it. Now, from there, you can swing and let go. So this, actually point to where you want the club to strike the ground in front. So it's this way, watch, and then point. So look, you go in there, point, and then you can go. Now this has to go down as well to the ground, watch. Down.
Back first, then down.
Yeah, down. That was it. Fantastic.
I'm too quick there.
Brilliant. And just a bit shallow, but you caught it here.
Yeah.
Way in front, way in front. So much further than normal. Just have a shot now. Okay, and again. This is good, because we're in the nitty gritty. Yeah, that's okay. We're just seeing the nervous system response to where we're moving the body. That's fine.
Like my whole body's tensioning up there. And
Whoa. Doesn't know at the minute, still. It will do. This is how you unlock it. Done. So just take your grip again. Keep your grip. Yeah, let's feel the ranges of motion we've got. Okay, and when you swing back, use all this. Let this carry on. So you tension this a little bit. So have a practice swing for me and let the momentum from the body. You know the 1-2. Just feel a 1-2. And it throws the club back and let it just go. So at the top, just go again for me. There, let this go back. Yeah, you've still got wrist action to use. There you go. This is recoil, and this is time. This can be happening anywhere in that backswing or downswing, but it's flail. So not the elbow, so just take your grip with your wrist for me, with your right hand, sorry, and just imagine you're whipping it through. Yes, so just notice how your wrist feels. Notice where this is going and this is going. Here, watch. So that's coming this way and that's still going that way. Well done. See if you can get that club travelling in two different directions. So this is now travelling in space this way, and that, look at that, it's still going that way.
Yeah. There's a tension comes into your wrist like a rubber band almost.
Yeah. If you rotate it a bit more, just take your grip. It's right-handed. So it depends how if you rotate that, you've got a lot more movement of the wrist. If you don't rotate it, it gets more restricted. So it's kind of what we want to do is find out where we need to go. This is what influences your grip, to get full range of the wrist. Because I think you've been underusing it, not using the wrist, the snap release of the wrist, which has made you have to use your arm. You have to use your arm earlier. So this can come even later. And again. So have another go for me with the ball. So it's the club head that lags, but it's the wrist that's doing it. The wrist's going to be way ahead. Well done. Well done. We've got to free up the end of the chain. Yes, well done. Have another go, David. Excellent. Yes, that was better with the wrists. So it's this snap release. Just take the grip with your right hand, and I just want you to make some figure eights for me. And what's creating the figure eight? What part of the club do you associate with the figure eight? What's making it?
My wrist, this one?
Yeah, what's it moving? What's guiding the direction of the golf club?
My wrist.
Yeah, but what part of the club is it directing?
It's directing the handle.
The butt end, yeah. So your hand, that's it. So just throw the club out more, that way.
Yeah.
And let it try and make a slightly bigger, not longer figure eight, but wide, that's it, yeah. But on the way back, you can let your elbow bend, let your club travel. And notice when you want to change direction, feel the change, that's it, yeah. Feel how the butt end leads.
Yep.
That feel different?
Yep.
Now just do a swing with your right hand, and I want you to make a figure eight. You're only going to do one, throw it out, make a figure eight, and then take a divot, watch. Good, and again, but I want you to make a divot. Well done, and again, see if you can make a divot further forward of that. Excellent. Now see if you can really use your body to get out, whoa, in front. Okay. Yes, well done. Again. Nice one. Now both hands on the club and just make a normal backswing and see what it's like to get that divot out there using. Yeah, try not to slow it down, just do the same thing for me.
So take a normal swing?
Yeah, just a 3/4 swing, but just feeling that flail. So you're just letting the club just flail for longer. Yeah. So the butt end's going to travel so much further this way before the club goes. So yeah, it's still too early. So just take your grip right-handed and just swing the club from side to side and feel how far it has to travel before we let the club swing. So drive the handle, let the handle go that way more. Ready? And then let it go. That's it. But keep your pressure on the grip so you've got control over it, but you're letting it swing. And you're feeling the direction and the length of time this is travelling before that goes. That's it. Notice where your hand has to be. So we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, our body's got to get our hands over there. It's easy with this. Now grip it normally for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right-handed, and now just bend forward and see what it's like to get into that space over here. Yes. Brilliant. Nice one. Now both hands. Another few shots, see what it's like. Well done.
Definitely felt later.
Yeah. What you're seeing is that in order to get over there, your body really doesn't like it at the minute because it's always lived right, and so because you've always basically gone into a left side extension really early,
Yeah.
instead of flexing to then push off. So your body doesn't like it. It wants to do this and release. So that's the conflict. We're just breaking through that barrier. That was so much better. We want a nice balanced finish at the end. We're springing into that finish. And hold your finish so the body gets used to that finish. Couple more, and then we're going to do a bit of left side training. Nice one. Well done. Again.
Just trying to bring everything together.
Yeah, it'll come.
Moving into the right, dropping, trying to get used to swing out to the right.
So this is a doing thing, not a thinking thing. So
Yeah.
every time, all I've done is explain what's going on, but the exercises are all movement based. Not one has been positional. So what it is, it's you just continuing to move and not static and chunk it and think of a position
Yeah.
and thinking of these as segments. It all happens in one swing. What we're doing is layering it up. So it's like going to the gym. We don't just work on biceps for 12 weeks and then go, right, that's that one done, I'm going to do this one. What you do is you do the whole body,
Yeah.
and then when you go and apply your body to anything, it utilises all that strength and conditioning in the particular function.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're applying all this training. We've layered it up. So all it needs is intention and a sense of awareness of where we are when we're using it. And what's going to give you that feedback are the exercises, because they're the reset. So the exercises give you the reset, and then so you could use a karate chop grip, arms straight, and you've got the wrecking ball. So you could be there just feeling it, and then yeah, feel that, and then when you want to take a divot, it's over here. Okay, so you feedback straight away from an exercise with a club, feel it. So you're layering it, you're doing the same thing, and then there's a bit of performance there. Yeah, I can feel it over there. Okay, obviously that's just low intensity, it's easy to be honest, that, feeling that. Okay, and then it's a kind of, well now, how do I expand on that? So then we go from the wrecking ball feel, now there's more rotation, so now it's more of a shift rotation, and now you're turning, then shift and rotating, so now you're turning more, and then it's like, right, now can I get this divot in the same place doing this? So
Yeah.
then you're starting to feel where you are in 3 or 4 or 5 shots with the right application, like you say, using the right exercises. If you're not sure, you just drop back and do the exercises.
Yeah.
Just to, because all these exercises we're doing are all the components for the building blocks.
Yeah.
They're not mimicking a golf swing. All these are components you'll need. What the golf swing is formed in the moment. So suddenly now we've got some feedback here. We know where we are spatially. Now I can start to use the spring. So now I can start to think about the tennis ball. Okay, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to look at the spring a little bit more. It's the speed of it that we need to look at. So just want you to, in fact I'll show you this one if you don't mind stepping there. All we're going to do is we're going to step on it now, take your stance, take your left foot off, just like we did before, David, when we went in. What we're going to do now is jump. So we're going to feel it's the left side popping. So you're going to use your body weight, remember this isn't really the golf swing, you're going to be in a very different place. Just using your body weight, side bending, and using the spring to get you out. And we're going up to get out. So we're going that way. And it's the legs that pop you. Just try that, I'll take the club. So this is the force velocity. The body needs to know you can get out. So no rotation.
No rotation.
You're just going to drop in. Yeah, you need to step on it to get into there. Drop it and then you spring up. Yeah, you don't have to twist through. So I'd start on it first. Just stand on it first, David.
Yeah, because when people think of rotation, you think you have to go like this.
Mm.
We're not. We're just jumping up.
Yeah, we are. Because you'll have road. Just step on it first for me. Take your stance. Now take your left foot off. So now you've got your stance right. Now just drop into it sideways. Now spring straight up. That's it. Awesome. And I want to see, I want to see that toe, hold, point it down to the ground, spring off like a point. It's a ballet move. There, bang. Well done. Don't swing the arms. That's just going to just side bend into it, drop into it. No, you don't need. I like it, but you don't need that for the initiation. Just drop, and then spring. That's it. We're going to introduce that in a minute. Just drop, pop, drop, pop. Brilliant. Arms. This isn't influenced in anything. This is not influencing where you're going. This is reacting to this. So when you drop, what moves this is the spring. Well done. Don't have to swing your arms, just let your arms hang. Just drop and pop. Yeah, good. So there's no backswing. You're just dropping in. Yes, that was it. That was better. Just drop your body weight in now. And then spring. Better. Different feel.
Definitely.
So it's drop and pop. This is using your body weight. This is where your nervous system is stopping you going. Do it again for me. Brilliant.
It is awkward. It doesn't feel. I feel I have to go this way.
Yeah, and you will with a club. So we'll bring the club in. Okay, make sure you're not too far away from it. If you take your golf stance here and then try and step its way miles away, so you need to take your golf stance and then bring your left foot in.
Okay, so you start with it like a.
You start with it on, yeah. So here,
narrower stance.
then, no, normal stance. Yeah, you will, yeah.
Yeah.
Normal stance, then bring it in so it's narrower. And then what I want you to do now is swing, just like on the board. Just wait until you feel comfortable, David, and then you're going to drop. Same thing. You're going to go and then spring. Now you've got the counterweight of the golf club, the counter force, so you're probably not going to jump off the floor. But it's the same intensity. Brilliant. Wow. For a first attempt, that was absolutely awesome. What we need to do is let the body be balanced at the end, so it knows what's coming.
Okay.
So challenge it, get it swinging, that's it. Brilliant. Yeah, we've got to be able to jump and stay balanced. Yeah. Otherwise, nervous system goes, no way, Jose. And we don't want to be fighting. Yeah, we don't want to be fighting balance. It's got to be.
So am I too far forward with my toes when I'm setting up?
Maybe. Maybe.
Heels.
So in the finish, you pivot pirouetting on here. Okay, now what you told me earlier was really interesting. It's true. So you said, I don't feel like I'm using my feet. So I brought this little bit of electrical conduit kind of strip here, protector, cable protector. All you're going to do is spring to this side. So that's the torque. That's like being on the balance pads. You can use balance pads, but when you're doing this kind of movement, you might end up coming off them and you're off the ground. So it might make it a bit tricky for your body, and you might not push yourself to the limit you need to. So you're going to swing, and then feel yourself drop into that tennis ball. It's going to spring you back. You're going to extend back into this place.
Okay.
And this is the hip. This is the hip that doesn't like it. This is the hip that you want it to do that at first, but it's going to pop. And this is what's going to open up everything else then, because when the body knows where it's going, it can release later because it's going to accelerate later. Momentum's much later. It's got a place to go.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that element of, I'm further behind than I would think it would be or should be.
Yeah, just try it on there, David. Exactly, yeah. It'll all, that's why the video's here. That's it, and then so at the end, you should be here for this exercise. So in the insteps, just move the foot back a bit. So it's just there on the instep of your foot. That's it.
Still too far forward.
Yeah, better. What's it feel like? Give me the club. So just come back to the back here. Just catch me the club. Let go. So put your hands in your pockets. Just twist back. Now drop into your toe. Now spring back into your left heel. Okay.
Kind of hard. It's like just have to rotate them.
Yeah. So we'll stay on this mat. I'm just going to put this here. A little bit before we go on it. the speed direction. So you stand on here. You're going to drop and pop. You're going up and down, down and up. And what you're going to do as you push, you're going to slide it off towards the yellow arrows. And you're going to brace. So this is going to be active. So you're up on your toes. And stay there for a second. Let's try that one.
So drop and pop.
Drop and pop. But the foot, you don't, hands in the pockets, you're not twisting, you're just going down and up. Yeah, good. And the foot doesn't twist out, it doesn't rotate, it just slides out towards the yellow. Yeah, but you're going to have to be up on your tiptoes and stay on your tiptoes at the end. So feet close together. Watch me. Yeah, and stay up on your toes. You're going to have to support your body weight on your toes. That's making these work. Fast. Yeah, put the toes, put the foot, just put the foot, just put your foot in the middle of it. A bit further back. Further back.
This way?
Back. Yeah, that's it, so you can use the toes. Yeah. Slide forward a bit, forward, that's it. Now off you go, drop pop. Brilliant, so you're not using your heels, it's all toes. Yes, well done, really slide that. It's only the left foot that slides. And again, even more. Higher now. See if you can get higher, quicker. Yes, once more.
So I'm using my calf muscles.
Yeah, exactly, you're using your propulsion chain. Now take that, step forward onto the mat there, and have a swing in the air, just in the air, back and forth. Don't slow it down, fast. There we go, in the heel. Faster. There we go. Different feel?
Yeah. Feels
So-
like I'm using this more and my calves more to kind of push it away almost from.
So you push away and the force you get then throws you this way. It rotates you back into your heel, David.
Yeah.
This force opposes the direction you're releasing the club, which is going to let you release the club that way. So your body can let this club carry on as opposed to stopping it. That's when the body puts on the brakes and it's the fight, flight, freeze response, whereas here it's going to let it go. And again. That's lovely. What a finish. And then stay there. So stay here for me. Don't move. We'll exercise together. I'm going to mirror you, you mirror me. So I'll go first, watch. Just going to let the arms drop, let the club fall, swing it back and pop into that place. Watch me. Use your pop. Let it drop. Now let the arms drop first, watch me. Not this way. That's you doing all the work. They just fall. Yes, watch this. Your hands should follow. You should feel this all the way down until they have to go. So let the arms fall. Go, that's it. Yes, but at speed, watch. Natural fall. Then you go. You're gonna have to feel how you time it. Let it drop. So you very good, but because you've been used to putting the brakes on early, just swing through. Go onto your tiptoe here. Tiptoe. That's it. This can go further. Just relax your elbows. Let this carry on, and then it'll come back. Okay, so let it fall. Drop. Yeah. Now let it drop from there. Go straight down. That's it. That's your Royal Port Rush logo. Feel that all the way down it. That's it. Good, and again, let it drop now. Throw it back, snap it. Brilliant, yeah. The finish is the key. Where does this spring take you to? This has got to be a place of safety, stability. Because this is allowing you to let this go later. So let's use the left hand now. Swinging it back and forth, watch me, David.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go spring it into a finish. So back and forth, and then whenever you feel comfortable, you spring it. Good. And then let your elbow bend, watch. So you let the club go. Yeah, hold it there. So this can travel because you're taking the tension out of this.
Yeah.
Not because it's not flexibility, you've got the movement, no problem. It's just letting yourself use it. So feel how you're using the ground to propel that to get the snap. Yeah. And a really late snap, and that you'll feel the momentum from this snap, David.
Yep.
That takes you naturally to your finish. So you're letting the momentum take you. Have another go. Let that momentum from the spring creates the snap, and that snap takes you to your finish. That's it. That's perfect. Let the snap take you to the finish. Brilliant. So your body's reacting to the club head, to the snap. That's letting go. Yes. Now both hands. Nice one. Let's have a few shots. Brilliant. Well done. This is the polar opposite of the place you normally live. That's all. Yeah, we're going to spring out of that. Load and spring to that finish. Well done. So letting yourself spring into that finish, it's trusting the finish. Well played. And drop. Now start to get a little bit active with your feet. Waggle the club, paddle the feet, settle into it. Use that little shift, that 1-2. Get going. Well done. Nice swing. Just, you can go later now, but it's not by you holding it or forcing it.
Yeah. Didn't get much whip there at all.
No, that's all. You can more momentum on the way back. Throw the club more on the way back. Use your 1-2 to throw it back. That's it. That was it, David.
Yeah.
It's been too slow on the way back.
Yeah. I just have to snap more on the way back.
Yeah. Because what's actually snapping those wrists? What's loading those wrists? It's the 1-2 that creates the momentum for this. But if it's too slow, you physically got to do that.
Yeah.
That was much more reactive. That was brilliant. Yeah. Dynamism's there then. Well done. Just be mindful of the intensity now and think about when you're addressing this golf ball and waggling and paddling the feet, what's the intensity you intend to move with? What level of momentum are you going to create? To throw it back and let it go. Nearly. Well played. So we're going to do this little exercise now. If you don't mind stepping there,
Yep.
we're going to rock the board. But you're going to walk up to it, imagine the ball's there, so that could be our ball. And you're going to walk, waggle the club, get ready, get your grip, everything's ready, club low, because you're going to be moving into the ball, so you have to be bending forward as you step on. And you're going to step on, as you step on you'll be sliding it up, and let yourself rock forward, let the handle go with you, but I can't let the club go, I'd hit the ball. So, through, hit the ball to finish. Okay, just try that for me. So you'll do it to the tennis ball to start with, and then when you actually swing, just swing it over the tennis ball.
Okay.
So face the board with your feet, that's it, you'll be walking onto it. So not that way, not that. So you're going to be walking on the diagonal. You're not allowed to do this because now your body weight's going that way, and then you've got to stop and come back. We've got to go this way, and we're going this way, which allows us to then move back. And so you're starting to organise your forces a little bit with the way you're walking in. You see, you're going to get, because if I walk this way, what force do I have to apply to stabilise? I've got to come back.
Yeah.
That means I'm pushing that way. It's like walking onto the GRF map over there. Then you're back, and then swing when you swing through. So you come onto this one and put the club behind the ball. You need your grip first, because you can't stop. Once you're on here, you can't stop. Can't stop. And you go behind the ball. It's too late. Too late. So as soon as you step on the board, that has to be behind there, and you can't swing it forward. By the way, it's got to be there. So let's put a ball in. Let me show you. Okay. You don't do a full swing to start with. Okay, so it's kind of just walking on. Way too close that was. So it's there. Still a bit too close. Sorry, just a bit clean, a bit thin. It doesn't really matter. I want you to just get used to walking on. Slide the club to the ball. Yes. That's it. Well done. Excellent. And again. So walking on though every time. Yeah, find.
Can I move it a bit?
Yeah, you can move wherever you need to, David.
There, I suppose. A little bit. Well done.
I want you to be a little bit more engaged before you, as you're walking on, with the purpose of moving into your posture and sliding the club to the ball. So you're walking in from, say, this is like 3 o'clock, 12, 3, 6. You're coming in from like 4:30. Can't go past that. It's 4:30 into it. That's it. And then you go slide it up. Nice one. It's just a bit further away now, so I want you to feel the sole of the club. There, okay, slide up the ground. Slide along the ground to the ball. Slide it up. Slide it in. That's it. Now, the board has to rock before the club swings, both ways.
Yep.
So it's got to be, when you go forward, you go back with the board, club swings, back with the board, club swings. So you recognise some timing now to it. Yes. Well played. That was awesome. Well done. That is not easy.
No.
And again. So that shows how capable you are of moving this way. Yeah, well done. That was awesome.
You're not suggesting to do this on the first
On the
tee box,
course.
are you?
Yeah, yeah. A version of it in your mind. In your mind. This is great. Now you carry on. I'm just moving it, so it's.
Okay.
You're in a great place here. This is fantastic for the. What you're tuning yourself to is the rhythm to encourage all these motions to happen, or the motion to happen. A motion. Look at that. There's going to be. That's beautiful. There's going to be a resonance with the tempo that you need to, and there's going to be an optimal kind of tempo. But the tempo has. That's why these balls are coming over here. But that tempo has a margin for error. So there's margin. There's a range you can operate tempo-wise, which is going to facilitate you tapping into all these movement patterns.
Yeah.
But you're going to find the intensity, and then you're going to change your shots. You're going to play short shots, long shots, full swing, short swings, and you're going to recognise the intensity you have to operate with the body movement. to utilise the forces.
Yeah.
So it's the timing of the form of movement. Have another go for me. Let's just stay in this place because this is fantastic. Using the board a little bit more, with a bit more intent. So that was a bit too slow. And it
Ball's a bit far.
Is it too far?
Well, for me, I don't know if it should be there.
No,
or not, but
wherever it feels comfortable. Just move it to wherever you need it to be. So, recognise the tempo now. Let's up it a little bit with the board. Yes, well done. And then you're going to find what's too fast, what's too slow. It's a little bit further away, but let's see. Nice. Now let's do the same thing, no board. But just stand back here and start about here. Right here where these divots are, just that's it, and then walk and play that one. Same thing. Shot.
I guess there's less time to think about things, you just have to react to it.
Yeah, if you want to give yourself more time, you need to create more momentum. Because how do I get more time with the club head? Well, if I use this with more intent, and ramp up the tempo, it gives me. So if I swing that back and then go forward, I've got all that time.
Yeah.
But if I do this and hardly move it and do it slow, this starts to have this has to travel faster because it's got a great distance to cover.
Yeah.
So now I've lost time.
Yeah.
But as soon as I move that and then let it swing later, how do I make it swing later? I can't control. I've not got any power here, so I've got to move the handle faster, then stop it. Then I get the swing, and that gives me all the time I need. So for more time, you've got to increase the intensity of the board. And what that's doing there, David, it's giving you a bigger weight shift, but a more intense weight shift. The intensity there, it's faster basically. The weight shift.
Yeah.
You're accelerating it. You got to push in to accelerate off.
Alright, let's see how we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a better one.
Brilliant. Different feel?
Yep. Just focus more on the movement of my weight rather than on the ball or anything else. It's like
Perfect. Waggle the club, slide it up, and now watch this. We want to be more in there. Bang, we're off. We're getting the body moving the mass, because then it can change direction quickly.
Yeah.
So and it gives us more time. It gives us the whip. That's what it gives us. Well done. Still, we can go faster, because what you're doing is, this is where the video is so important, because what you're doing before you swing, not 100%, but it has a big influence. It almost predetermines what's going to go on. So intensity here with the waggle. So like for putting, you might do this, right? You're not going to do this for putting. For a driver, okay, and then you might be, with putting it's very still, with chipping, very still. With a driver, okay, with an iron that you want to hit a long way. So here we're getting ready, and we're walking in with the intent of the momentum, the kind of the magnitude of the momentum, and how we're going to accelerate it. You're off. So I want you to explore that a little bit. So here, you're ready. You're preempting. If you're not sure, have a practice here. Right, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm in. So you recreate what you practiced here, because that's we can't be on the ball trying to slow it down, think about it as we do it. So you're thinking, maybe this is where your thinking's done, and what you're forming now is part of a routine. So walking in and up the tempo now. No problem. And again, I would do your practice swing, because you just body's not used to that. That's all. Now I'm not suggesting you swing at this. I'm taking you way outside your comfort level.
Yeah.
and then we bring it back again.
Okay.
Just have a practice swing here for me. Stomp the feet, side to side. Can you waggle the club and stomp the feet for me? You know, like this.
Yeah.
Make some circles and stomp the feet. And then put the club down. When you feel comfortable, forward press back and through. Yes. Now there was a flail there, purely driven by the intensity of the momentum you're creating.
Okay.
So let's yeah, that's the go again. Find that. And again, put the club to the ground and feel it react to you. Push it forward, let the handle go forward and let it react to you. Yes, there's so much more speed there for no extra effort. Off you go. Same thing. We recreate that. Well done. Fantastic.
Well, there's definite feel to it when you do it right.
That
You can kind of feel a whip that just stays there for a minute.
it was there. And again here, that was awesome. Let's do it again. So simulate here and then just replay, just recreate there, but you've got to actually simulate the real thing here. What's the intensity? This is not a slow version, or you're probably going to get a slow version there. You're going to have to then think about speeding it up. Feel the speed. Feel the speed here, feel it. From the ball though, here, push forward. Let's see it again, let's forward press, let's use that push forward, there we go. Excellent, and then you get the full follow through for free. For no effort, it's all free. Awesome.
Sure.
Okay.
Fantastic, David. That's the slingshot.
Yeah.
That slingshot can't happen if you release it here, it's gone. Here, you're now tapping into this place where it can all just go. But to do that, you had to have this at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it sets it all up.
Yeah, it feels less deliberate now than doing the whole one, you know, trying to think about dropping or popping. It just,
You could never swing a golf club doing that. And that's not my intention. And that must not be your intention when you're practicing. What I'm actually showing you here is how to practice. So you don't do what we did earlier when you're practicing. Grip. That is awesome.
Sure.
yeah, it definitely feels different, all right. It's only when you do this sort of clicks and you don't think about as much the
Exactly.
actual mechanical parts of it.
So, and there are no mechanical parts, it's just the way that you maybe have contextualised it in your own mind when you were doing the exercise because you were thinking about how to do it, which you may perceive that to be a mechanical thing, but all you were doing is you were trying to problem solve. You were just doing it in a more conscious state.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're taking you through a learning where it starts to become more unconscious competence, and then it's autonomous. But it's that autonomous state. But what you've got to do, you've got to do the same thing in your practice. So if you go to the range for just half an hour, you encapsulate all this, condense it, and you just go through the exercises, and they'll become second nature. I mean, to be honest, if you do them at home on your GRF, and now you've got the video, you've got your own program now.
Yeah.
You can be working on that all the winter at home. That's all your groundwork. You go to the range, and then you've got the few little exercises, the triggers. They're little anchors that they cue your movement for you. But what you're anchoring is not a position. You're anchoring motion, feeling, awareness, and what's underpinning that is timing.
Yeah.
So what you're doing here is you're finding your timing, and it's a much higher level intensity because you're moving faster. So it's got to be.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean it's like the swan or the duck on the water. It's going along, but the feet are going like mad underneath. So now this all reacts and it looks dead smooth, but it's more efficient.
Yeah.
Let's have another go. Let's get that intensity to how you're using the ground and throwing it back. Good. So you're letting yourself go with the momentum and trusting it. Trust the momentum. Well played.
Nice one.
Hold it there. Look at the finish in the heel.
I forgot about my finish.
No, you had it though, in the finish with the legs. You were there. You were there, David.
Just letting my wrist go more as well. I can feel like the wrist comes up more. It's like, yeah.
What you'll be identifying as you practice today is just the start. It's first base. You're going to layer this up, and you're going to develop it and take it somewhere else. You're going to take it somewhere else. you're recognising more about your own performance characteristics, about what you've been doing, which may be inhibiting you. Like, oh, I can feel now I'm letting this go, and I've been holding this before. And this is going to happen over time. You're going to fight. You're going to essentially recognise more and more about yourself and reinvent continually. It's a self-optimisation. This. Go again for me then. Let's see the. Let's really let it go. Trust it. Brilliant. What a shot. Yep.
Happy days.
Fantastic, David. That is phenomenal. Well done. So much later, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're in a different time zone. Plus 1 hour. The club is in a different time. The club head is in a different time zone. What you're seeing is you're seeing the same shape because you've got a low point in front of the ball. So you're seeing a draw, and look, where is it today?
Down and off the right.
Down and off the right. So it's a little bit helping, so we can start it further to the right and drift it in. But the more you start to shape it, see the shape, I mean the fade basically, first of all, get comfortable doing this, because basically all your shots are doing the same thing now, but then you can start to move to the left, and basically all you're doing is moving the low point to the left. Timing will be slightly different, the release will just be a bit later because your face is still, you're still releasing, but it's open by the time you're striking the ball in relation to your path.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is, you've got to move round to let that happen. You can feel the fade, but I want you to stay in this place for the moment to kind of regulate and optimise that sequence, because we've got to go through this refinement process. And this is what you're doing, you're refining the sequence. So you can waggle the club. So all this is starting to predetermine what you simulated. It's basically, this is your entry into it. This is how you run up to it. Sure. And we've got the face. We can get the face rotating a bit then. So you can really let your release go. I'm just going to grab a few more balls and we'll just get the drive there.
I think we might be out of balls back there.
Oh, I'll get some out of there then. We've got to go out and pick some up, he says. Because the attractors broke. That was a bit slower, that. Yeah. So you took it away too deliberate, too slow. And I would say, you checking your wrists, that put the brakes on your golf swing. So what you were doing previously, when you were checking your previous checkpoint, was so deliberate and slow that it was stopping you creating the whip. So by checking your backswing, you were slowing things down and losing the use of the ground. It's not. You'll find a comfortable. You'll normalise it and find a comfortable tempo, but it needs to be more upbeat to use the ground. Yeah, well done. Arms are softer then at the finish, notice?
Yeah, the arms are definitely softer.
Because the body's now finding a stable place and you're sequencing. You don't need to use these as much.
Slow this down for me, much slower, but then feel yourself fall into the ground.
So a proper workout, isn't it?
It is, yeah, absolutely.
You'll sleep after this, that's for sure. Do you want to grab your driver and let's just, I want to use the driver for sequencing. Have you got some T-pegs? Yep. And then we can use what the pegs you normally use. So, driver,
Yep, beast.
tempo, up, even more. So if that felt fast, when we say fast, not fast as in this end, fast this end. Here, bang, as in the tempo of it. Yeah, but also the magnitude. Bang, you've really got to start to use the board and then shift. Feel the drop faster, so it's a drop. So you're letting your body free fall. It's a free fall of your mast. It's like landing, like an Olympic lift, like an explosive lift. I want you to just feel the drop. So yeah, just let me have the club for a sec. Stay where you are. I want you to do a little jump and land like that. Landing flexion, dropping, yeah, but soft. Don't stop. Watch. So you're soft. You're still flexing into the floor. Yes. So you're still going down. Yes. Because that's giving you the spring.
Yep.
Yeah. So the body wants to go back. Let's have a couple of swings for me there in the air. Just swishing it back and forth first. Back and forth, and whenever you feel comfortable to use the drop and pop. Yeah. And again, because these forces are bigger now, so your hips, your body's going to have to rotate more. That's it. When I say rotate, it's the hips. Well played. Okay. So let's open up. Let's just open up. Just got to, one sec.
Yeah, yeah.